Hi, and thanks for watching this video. Now this video is to help you prepare for making speeches, and I'll be focusing on how you begin your speech. Now remember, when you stand up to speak, there are three questions your audience is asking immediately, and the first few sentences in your speech should answer these three questions. The first question is, who are you? So make sure you introduce yourself in a creative and interesting way. Do not just give your name, because they are not asking what is your name. They are asking, who are you? The next thing they'll be asking is, why should I listen to you? So give them a reason. And this has to do with credibility. Listen to me because I've gone to the moon and I've come back and I'm going to tell you how to go to the moon, for example. Or listen to me, I have 5 years of study, 10 years of research, so I know my stuff and I can tell you about it. And the last question is, what are you going to tell me in your speech? So you need to be able to give them a brief outline, saying what are you going to cover, what are you going to talk about, what are you going to teach them, so that they have a rough idea. Now, other than that, when you begin or when you first stand up to speak, I assume you'll be standing up to speak to an audience, you need to grab their attention. You need to get them to pay attention to you and stop looking at their phone, stop talking to their friend, look at you and be interested in you and what you are saying. And to do that, at the very start, at the very beginning of your speech, the first time you open your mouth, you could do one of the 7 things. Do one of the 7 things. You don't have to do all 7. First is to introduce your topic. Now, when you introduce your topic, please don't give a boring topic and don't just read out the topic. Find a grabbing attention topic. Give a topic that is so tantalizing that people want to hear more. So you could stand up there and smile and begin by saying, why should a man marry a woman? 3 reasons for you to ponder. Okay, that could be a title. Or splish, splash, splosh. 3 things to enjoy when you go swimming. Just say that. Don't even have to start by saying, my topic today is, you don't even have to begin that. You just stand up and you introduce your topic, an interesting topic, creatively. After that, you continue by saying who you are, why they should listen to you, and what you're going to say to them. Another thing that you could do is to shock your audience. Say something shocking. I remember once someone stood up and said, I have 2 wives. Now, in many countries, having 2 wives is illegal. My first wife died after 3 years of marriage, and my second wife is here with me. Now, straight away, people are like, right? So you can say something shocking, hopefully, not hopefully, but it should be related to your topic, your speech, and just stand up there and begin, and I'm sure you'll grab their attention. The third way is to give facts, but interesting facts, like you stand up and say, do you know that 70% of men do not grow bald, and the 30% of men who grow bald, only 5% try to find new hair to cover their bald head, for example. I'm giving you facts. Of course, all these are made up facts, but make sure you give true facts. Make sure you give facts that are interesting, facts that your audience would like to know or would be surprised to know. The next way is to make a statement. Begin by clearly stating something that is the essence of your speech. This is usually rephrasing your core purpose, your specific purpose. I hope when you make a speech, you know what is your specific purpose. You take your specific purpose and you craft it into a statement, and you stand up and you introduce your statement. So it could be, if your specific purpose is to introduce 3 ways people can eat noodles. So you just stand up and begin. Listen to me, and I will show you 3 new, interesting, exciting ways to eat your boring noodles. That's a statement, but it's actually based on your specific purpose. The next way is to ask questions. This is my favorite. I like asking questions. So you stand up and say, any one of you here ever ate noodles? Do you find eating noodles very boring? Would you like to discover new ways to eat noodles? I've just asked 3 questions. The audience do not need to raise their hands and answer me, but in their minds they'll be thinking about the question and answering. That's what is called a rhetoric question. But do not ask more than 3 rhetoric questions. If you have 1 good rhetoric question, even better. Next, something you could do, especially if you have a good memory, is begin by quoting somebody. Confucius said, Mahatma Gandhi once said, my mother always said to me, and then you continue with the phrase that this famous person said, which is related to your speech, which you want to use to catch interest and to make people start thinking about what you want to say. And lastly, the way I enjoy most is begin with a very short story. It's called an anecdote, but a short story that has to do with your speech. So if you're talking about things you could do when you are at the beach, you could begin with a story. When I was 12 years old, my mother used to take me to the beach quite often because we lived near the sea. And her purpose was so that I could play in the seawater, and by so doing, have my sores heal. For my mother, it was a chance for her to rest and to even sleep. And for all of us, it was an opportunity to have fun. See, just by telling this short story, I already introduced the 3 reasons why people go to the beach when they can. So these are the 7 ways. Select one to begin your speech so that you can catch the attention of your audience. Continue with an introduction of yourself, who are you, and then say something that has relation to the question, why should I listen to you? Confirm your credibility. And lastly, very briefly, introduce what you are going to cover, what you're going to teach, what you're going to say in your speech. I hope all of this will help you as you think of how to begin